Early in the morning, Jesus sat in the temple courts, teaching the people who had gathered around him. His words were filled with wisdom, and the crowd listened intently. Suddenly, a group of Pharisees and teachers of the law pushed through the crowd, dragging a woman with them. They threw her before Jesus, her face filled with shame and fear.
"Teacher, this woman was caught in the very act of adultery."
One of the Pharisees shouted angrily,
"The law of Moses commands us to stone such a woman. What do you say?"
Another Pharisee added, his voice filled with accusation. The crowd murmured, waiting for Jesus' response. The woman sobbed, her head bowed in shame, unable to look up. Jesus remained calm. Instead of answering, he bent down and began writing in the dust with his finger. The Pharisees exchanged confused glances.
"Well, answer us."
The first Pharisee demanded impatiently.
"Should she live or die?"
Pressed the second Pharisee. Jesus stood and looked at them. His voice was steady and filled with authority. "Let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her." Silence fell over the crowd. The Pharisees looked at one another, shifting uncomfortably. Then, one by one, they began to drop their stones and walk away, starting with the oldest. Jesus continued writing on the ground as the last of them departed. When he finally looked up, only the woman remained. He stood and spoke to her gently. "Woman, where are your accusers? Has no one condemned you?" The woman, her voice barely above a whisper, replied,
"No one, Lord."
Jesus smiled at her, his eyes full of mercy. "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." The woman looked up at him, her eyes brimming with gratitude and relief. She slowly stood and walked away, her heart forever changed. Jesus turned back to the crowd, who remained in awe of what had just happened. This story teaches us that God's mercy is greater than judgment, and only He has the right to condemn. Instead of judging others, we should offer grace and seek personal transformation.